Pullze Check podcast. Today, as always, we got my boy JGOD here. Yo, JGOD, how you feeling today, baby?
Good. We just finished up a tournament, which was solid. It sets up for future tournaments to probably consider similar formats. So I think there's a lot of fun with that. Also, it seems like teams are improving, which is a W. We can actually see it in like real time how teams are improving. So I think it's just all around good.
There's a lot of things going on right now, chat. For those of y'all chat and YouTube, we just finished watching the tournament. We'll go over each one today, and then but before that, we're gonna go over the patch notes. A new season just came out, season 5. So agenda of the day: go over season 5 patch notes, go over everything that happened this week, and then go over the 2 tournaments, technically 3 tournaments, 2 tournaments that happened this week, and then that'll be the podcast today. So without further ado, let's get into it. JGOD, before we start, man, what's your thoughts on so far season 5?
I think it's been kind of mid overall. I think they launched out the gate kind of flat because one, they changed some stuff, but it doesn't really feel like they changed anything. Yeah. Certain things are a little bit buggy, so that's like never good. I think all that hurts the game. I think the new weapons were mid, like the rifle and the SMG or whatever, the rifle and the sniper are just like basic. So it's like, I don't know. It's kind of weird.
So let's go over it, guys. I think the biggest thing, the biggest thing I will say right now is it's very mid. I'm not gonna lie. And what's crazy is I said this. I think I said this in the last podcast, or I've been saying it on stream a lot. But I've been saying that like it's not the greatest. I don't think we're gonna, like, if there is a season 6, I don't think season 5 or season 6 are gonna be like insane, because I think all their direction and their focus is already on the next game, Modern Warfare 3, and they're focusing on that. So I knew that we honestly, I was gonna say the only thing we got was a meta change, but I'm gonna be honest, after what we saw today, there really was no meta change.
It's basically not. Yeah, basically not.
It's the same thing. So yeah, chat. So let's go over it. We're gonna go through the patch notes one by one, and we'll go from there. So increase the stability. They always say that, but you know, I don't know, right? I mean,
every time it's like the audio we were talking about. Like they always say, "Oh, we're fixing it," and then nothing happens.
They always say that, but you know how it is.
Yeah.
Oh, so okay. So Blackcell and all this stuff came out, the battle pass. I'm not going to stick too much in there. What's your kind of opinion on Blackcell in general? Like, I mean, obviously we know it sells.
I think the stuff is cool. I think the value is there.
Yeah.
Because realistically, the amount you get back for $30 and the amount of skins you get is way more than you would get $30 just going to the store.
Yeah. True.
But the problem, in my opinion, is they still put trash in every other way for free to play. So right now they just pumped out this event, which we actually get to see it in action. They put the idea in the thing where we have this event for the next 2 weeks, but the content in that is like a skin you'll never use, like an ugly ass like charm, like just trash and trash and trash. There's not a lot of value for a free to play player. Obviously, they're like trying to squeeze the lemon as much as they can get all the juice out. And I think in general, like it hurts the game just because like we already seen where the game's at right now, where it seems like everything's driven through microtransactions, and like that's the content. Like, cool. Back in the day, I'd spend, $50 for the year, and every season we'd actually get 4 new maps. Obviously, it was only multiplayer, but like, what did they change in Al Mazrah? Did we get any new POIs? Like anything?
It's rock. That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, look, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I genuinely think that, like, as of right now, they haven't added anything. Blackcell is cool, but it's a way for them to make more money. And I mean, I think
the value's there. Like, if you buy it, you're not getting ripped off.
Yeah.
Like, like no cosmetics, you're getting quote unquote ripped off. You spend your money however the hell you want. But the reality is like there should be stuff that I can grind. Like, I don't know. It took me 40 minutes to do the event. That's the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, what?
It's they added a dirt bike. I guess that's all they added. But like, again, I think let's talk about, after we talk about season 5. Let's talk about the Modern Warfare 3 leaks that it's going on and the rumors. So we'll talk about that as well.
Yeah, there's a few.
So yeah, right. Blackcell, in my opinion, isn't that great. Whatever it is, what it is. They added dogs, which is cool. I'm not gonna lie. Dogs are pretty cool, but it is pay to win. So apparently, if somebody's behind you, the dog barks, or somebody's looking at you.
No, it's not pay to win. It's not pay to win. You'll see it later. The dog will only make noises if you have high alert.
Oh.
So basically, when your screen flickers,
The
the dog makes noises.
Okay, they added the dogs. Okay, they added new AI.
And it's actually kind of pay to lose because if anyone's near you, they can hear the dog noise.
Wait, actually?
That's what it says in the patch.
Okay, chat. Maybe we're bugging. But there's a new AI. Like it kind of like tells you like, oh, like good shot. Oh, like guy behind it. I don't know.
I haven't used it.
Yeah, I haven't used this thing. I heard it's super annoying. That's what everybody's been saying. It is what it is. But you got to pay for it, chat. If you didn't know, you know. New operators. I heard Graves is back, but I heard like it wasn't even like he looks way different or like it's not even that cool. I don't play campaign. JGOD, does he look different or?
He looks the same to me. It's all in the lore. Like he's supposed to die in a tank in the campaign, and then like they had the opening 2-minute intro that they force you to watch. You can't even fucking skip. Like,
I tried skipping the thing.
Like, bro, he's like, oh, I wasn't in the tank. Oh, cool. Let's just make up a new lore, bro. Like, what the fuck?
So whatever it is, whatever this happened, we move on. We move on, bro. Let's see. MWIII, this is a new operator, right? Yeah, new operator, MWIII. And then this guy, he's back from, you know what? This is what I'm going to say this right now. I don't like that they keep adding things back from OG Modern Warfare 1 2019 and making you buy it. Pissing me off. So many blueprints, so many like bundles that they add back in the day. And now they're just, this was back in 2019, but it's horrible. I don't even like this skin. Events. Okay, you want to talk about this? You want to talk about
events? Yeah, I already completed the event. So what happens is on the screen, it shows like actually when the event's going on, like on their chest, it'll say the number of kills people have gotten while choosing a faction. So right now it's set to the left that you're on the Task Force 141 currently, like the way the menu looks.
Yeah.
But you could switch to Shadow Company. And then as you go a little bit lower, it actually shows the specific challenges. So if you want the rewards on the right side, then everyone needs to choose Shadow Company. If you want the rewards on the left side, everyone needs to choose the 141. Realistically, I think that weapon camo on the right, Shadow Company, is the best thing in the entire event.
Yeah.
Out of everything that's offered. So realistically, everyone should be going Shadow Company. But they'll manipulate it somehow at the end. Like we like, how do we even know that the numbers are real, right? Like it is what it is.
Yeah, true. Wait, so can you get both or no? You can only get one.
It looks like you can only get one. It's whatever side wins.
So one of these camos we might not even have?
Well, I don't know. Maybe they'll throw it into a bundle next week.
Oh, shoot. Okay. All right. So
there's the challenges.
Yeah. 50 operator kills, 10 long shots.
They're straightforward. They don't take very long to do. Maybe one is kind of annoying or another on the other side. Pretty straightforward, though. But you can get all those rewards, which is cool. There's 2 tier skips in there, which is probably the best part. You just move along your battle pass that you paid for anyways.
Yeah.
And then, or if you need to still unlock the new weapons, you want to get those, you get an extra couple tier skips. But regardless, once you're done with those and you've gotten the rewards, I would say switch to Shadow Company if you want that red camo.
Yeah,
but it won't even be that popular because it's not going to be rare. Everyone's gonna have it.
Yeah.
Literally everyone's going to have it. So
okay.
It looks cool though. You could preview it in the, like when you go to the camos, it's already available to preview on your weapons.
You can see it. It's high.
Yeah.
It's high. Then they got 50 years of hip hop. What's up, JGOD? This is where I'm not gonna really skim over this. We'll talk about the skins. So we got 3 skins. We got Snoop Dogg, and I heard he's like crip walking, and like that's his finisher.
Oh, no shot.
He crip walks and then like assassinates you, bro. I saw it on Twitter. Oh man,
that's so bad.
Wait, are y'all buying this? Chat, are y'all buying Snoop Dogg?
Hey, I didn't buy it the first time. They forced it onto our account. Remember?
That's
true. We had to log on Vanguard.
That's true. I remember that. Then they
definitely ain't paying for it a second time.
Then they have Nicki Minaj. I think this might probably. I mean, I think we know girl skins are probably the most popular out of all the skins. So I'm pretty sure Nicki Minaj, this one's gonna be the best one. Yeah. So yeah, and then obviously everybody knows who this is. This is 21 Savage. I wonder what he's gonna look like because that hasn't been leaked yet, right?
I don't think that's been leaked. I think everyone knows it's him.
Yeah.
Even in their thing is like redacted. Or it'll say the name. It's like, why not just show him, bro? It took more effort to edit him out.
So he's gonna be in the thing, chat. I mean, yeah, I guess it's cool. I guess that's cool. this is the biggest controversy out of everything in the update today. Literally, if you had to choose one slide to see what the update was all about, this is probably the slide to see. But maybe JGOD has a different opinion than me. In my opinion, this shit was like, this shit didn't even matter. So they said decrease slide time and increase sliding velocity. So the player covered the same distance in a shorter amount of time, allowed the player to fire slightly sooner after initiating slide. And then the jump, small increase to the lateral velocity boost while jumping, small reduction to the landing slow down penalty while landing. So in hindsight, sliding got a little bit faster, and you can shoot a little bit quicker while sliding. And then jumping, from what this sounds like, is it's like your bunny hopping is like faster. To be honest, the whole jump thing, I've already played ranked for like the last 3 days since something came out, and I don't notice a single thing with this. I didn't notice this at all. And then slide, I tried using this. I flipped my thing back to like tap to slide instead of diving.
Yep.
And I'll be honest, it didn't feel anything crazy. Like I personally don't think a lot of people will use this. Actually, today, I will say today, Diaz was fighting a team and the guy slid, and I was like, holy shit, that guy was fast. So like,
yep.
I
think a lot of it has to do with muscle memory. Like, we were conditioned to never touch that button that way. Like you said, you even had it rebound where you're tapped to dive so that you can do the dive and then jump from building to building, which is super important, especially across rooftops. I would say that was like a more noticeable difference, especially even in multiplayer. There was people, like, you would see them slide and they would start shooting like so much quicker. Didn't it mean about a 25% like speed boost? I think they shaved off. I think it went from like 600 milliseconds down to 400 or something like that, 450. So it's like 150 milliseconds faster, which is pretty significant. But with a longer TTK, it's got to be really niche on timing. You're going to catch people off guard, make yourself harder to hit. I've seen more people starting to utilize it, but it's not like there 100%. And then the jump one is super negligible. I actually saw a side by, I didn't make one, but I saw a side-by-side video, and that one looks super negligible, like almost nothing. Not enough to bunny hop. It's more like when you jump, there's like a slight delay before you can strafe at your full speed, even though that's terrible. There's the delay, like you can get up to full speed strafing, which is still terrible, much quicker. And that's really where it's strafing's whatever in this game.
Here's my thought process. This is what I think is happening. I think, and let's talk about, I guess we can bring up the rumors now, right, of Modern Warfare 3 and the next Call of Duty. Rumors are that the next team involved, Sledgehammer, they're moving away from what's it called? Not Activision. Infinity Ward's like slower play style game, right? That next year that we're getting Modern Warfare 2019 movement back, that we're getting bunny hopping, reload canceling, that all the faster paced movement stuff that we had before. It might
not even be 100% back. It'll just be like the Sledgehammer's take on those systems. Just like the same way that like Treyarch had slide canceling way before we had it in 2019, but it was a completely different style of slide cancel. So we'll probably like it better because you can actually feel like you have control over your player versus feeling penalized for everything you do. So we'll have to see it. We'll have to play it because things have like I went back and I watched some of my Warzone, like this one when it came out, 2019, when that game came out, and like some of my takes, and it's like a lot of stuff lines up from early on, but when you get hands on and you actually get to play it in the public with the beta, you really don't know even until the beta. Like our private play sessions, the game played different when we played it back in June than it eventually came out with the beta and COD Next. It was fun when we played it back in June because the red dots in the minimap work. I felt like the spawns were slightly better. The map pool that we played was better. A lot of that didn't even come out. The racetrack and the museum. It played different. We played a different game. And then the things we complained about immediately, they're still in the game when they came out. So I felt like there was almost no feedback taken. But
I think that's the biggest thing, man, is like if anybody's Activision is watching, it's like we go and we play test and we go and we do these things, right? Because we hope that, you know, our feedback is worth it. Our time off of this stuff is worth it. And that, you know, but then last year kind of showed us that regardless of all the feedback that we did, all the stuff that we, you know, next event, betas, even before that, like there was another event, like the secret playtest last year, like we gave them all this feedback and then the game still came out shit. And it's like, damn, it literally took them to probably season 4. Season 4 until the game was like, okay, this is a decent game. Like now, but by the time season 4 came out, nobody's playing it anymore.
I think that's partially changing too, because I think we weren't really they didn't really have us actively involved in any of the feedback until I feel like before COD Next I think we were kind of active towards the end of Caldera, and the game was feeling much better, even though the map sucked. Like Rebirth was super popping, Fortune's Keep was solid, like the game was in a good spot. And then it was like they didn't care about our feedback. I didn't say I don't know whoever's running the show did not care. But almost all the feedback we gave at COD Next in my early review videos, yours included, like a lot of that shit is happening right now. So maybe we've built credit where it's like, all right, well, next time they say that this is trash, we don't want reload. We want reload canceling. It's not a feature. It's a fucking garbage trash. Get it out. Like maybe they'll listen this time, and then you'll be like, you know what? Maybe they know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, but who knows? Who knows? Like, I think that there's a different dynamic there where I think even though the game's super successful in terms of revenue, monthly active users keeps dropping regularly.
Yep.
Among other things, and it's essentially being carried by microtransactions, which is just people spending money that do in fact enjoy the game.
Yeah.
But like I said, they're milking, juicing that lemon as much as they can, and then like that only lasts so long. Like if you make a bad game that doesn't retain players, and I think that's a big problem right now. People aren't like retained as players.
That's what I'm saying. Like I guess the biggest thing is like, look, man, like we just want what we fell in love with when we were kids, right? Like arcade shooter is what we want, and right now we have is not an arcade shooter. We've told them this since day one, and so I hope coming this year, based off the rumors, I mean, I think everybody listened to this all like basically what we hear, what the rumors suggest and the leaks say is we're getting back to old movement again. Don't hold that and be like, oh, that's exactly what's happening. That is what is rumored, and the leaks. Remember, in the beta, we had decent movement on Modern Warfare 2, and they came out with some, 20-pound weighted vest movement, right? So again, at the end of the
remember, you only spawned it with 2 plates. We didn't have loadout. Like, bro, if we just listed, we could have our pot like just listing all the things that changes.
It's insane.
But we're good. It's a much better spot. Unfortunately, people like made their decision and they have never come back, and they probably won't until the next COD. Yep. They'll get debated by the MWIII, and hopefully it lives up to the hype. So,
I mean, guys, we'll see what happens then. I mean, again, this didn't really do much. I don't think, unless it's like somebody finds a way to exploit it or a way to use it, and then it becomes meta. I think as of right now, seeing this, didn't do much.
Yep, exactly.
So we'll go into new weapons now. The FAMAS is back. JGOD, is it any good?
I think it's about as good as the M13 and the Razorback. It's kind of like right there. So if you're a fan of those, you'll like this. If you think those guns are trash, you'll think this is trash too.
It's like it's the best for medium range. Like that's what it's good at. But even then, it's not good. Like there's other guns that you could get that are better. So I mean, I'm kind of surprised because Call of Duty is known to have guns that are quote unquote like that just released and they're meta. MAC-10 came out, was insane. DMR came out, was insane. Like so many guns come out and they're meta. And I'm surprised that they did it. Honestly, I would have liked for this gun to be meta. That would have been so fun.
It would have.
But it is what it is. So yeah, and then they added the WSOW 2000 chat. Is that what it's called?
I don't even know the real name. It's Carrion, or if you scroll a little bit lower.
Okay, so yeah, correct, 300. So I think this is the WSOW 3000.
WSOW 2000, yeah.
It's pretty bad, huh, JGOD? You would know.
I would say it's cool for multiplayer. The fire rate's really good. It's easy to get one hit like shots in multi, but it's like four shots to kill in Warzone. Which you might as well use the signal at that point. So it's kind of like doesn't really fit into Warzone, but in multiplayer, it has a 15-round mag. Like snipers, this is gonna be a fun sniper for them if they can get the ADS fast enough.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So honestly, mid. Both of those guns mid. What is this? Oh yeah, you can do lethal skins. Like players can now select lethal skins, which I guess is cool. They're adding different variations to like knives when you're doing throwing knives and stuff like that. I definitely think this is a good start. I definitely think they should add more, and then hopefully, like I said, stow your weapon to like Hopefully one day, but
this is always like the cosmetic thing. It's like they leave so much money on the table. Like they are trying to juice that lemon, like I said. But the problem is like, why do we have the contrails or not the contrails, the whatever the trails are when you're flying in?
Yeah.
They only have one of those, I think, still in the game. They have like 2 other whatever nonsense. It's like, why don't we have 50 of those instead of like 100 emblems that we don't use?
Yeah.
Like or stickers, like.
So things like that, like I think they're selling the bag actually when they don't do parachutes, trails, gloves, knives. Like you can store your weapon. This thing, like they could do so much more. But I mean, obviously, there's a lot bigger things that are wrong with the game. But I think they're definitely leaving money on the table when it comes to that. What else? So weapon balancing. I'm not gonna go over this too crazy because keeping it a $150, nothing really changed. They pretty much buffed the wrap, which is they reduced the semi-auto rate fire, but nobody's using the wrap with semi-auto, and they increased the semi-automatic damage. Again, nobody's gonna really use this. It is what it is. Assault rifles, they increased the close to mid-range damage. M13 headshot multiplier increased. Have you tested any of these, JGOD? I don't think they've been.
I didn't test the Chimera or the M13 because like the Chimera, it probably is a really good sniper support, but like hardly anyone's sniping. So like I didn't really invest much time into it. M13B, like I said, it's like the racerback and like so they're like whatever.
Yeah.
But the SMGs I looked at because everyone was like unsure what the meta was. So I did more testing on that to find out kind of where they sit. I tested the new weapons. That's kind of how I figured out where their damage profiles are. But like the ones that I don't think were impacted, I didn't look into.
Yeah. So I mean, I think we will not know exactly, quote unquote, what's like. There's like a sleeper gun until the numbers come out from sim.gg.
Yeah, who knows? The wrap could be disgusting in semi-auto.
And
but like you said, no one's hardly going to use it. Yeah. But as things happen, like if you run into good players in a match, if somebody's testing it, you might go, holy, what did they kill me with? And they'll check it out. And that's normally how it goes.
Yeah.
And that's why we saw, even in the tournament that we watched today and the first round yesterday, all the weapons switched. People were all on like the TAC V 100% pretty much yesterday, except for like 1 or 2 Cronins. And then up close, everyone was using like the Vel, the Lockman, the Bass P. But today it was narrowed down to same 2 guns. Pretty much everyone used the same 2 guns.
Yeah, so I think at the end of the day, we'll see. I hope whenever the numbers actually come out from sim.gg, we'll see a new change up in the meta. But as of right now, obviously, there's nothing. Cronin Squall, they did all this stuff, decrease, whatever.
It's still good.
It's still fucking good. This
is
still
easy to use.
Yeah, this is what people were using today, and a lot of people were frying. This is what right now is meta. LMGs, HCR, limb damage multipliers decreased. RAL headshot multiplier increased again.
So the SMGs I did go through, and I did a full video breaking that down, and pretty much almost nothing changed on them. If we're being honest, most of the stuff where it says neck, upper, and lower torso, those all share the same damage. So if it does 26 to the stomach, they do 26 to the chest, does 26 to the neck. So in a lot of these cases, it went from like 26 to 27, and it doesn't really impact the shots to kill. But maybe before you needed 2 headshots in the mix, now maybe you only need 1.
Gotcha.
Or instead of 3, you need 2. Or that's kind of basically what happened for most of them. The Lockman sub got a slight range nerf, but it didn't really impact the viability of the range or anything like that. So for the most part, it made some of the outliers a little bit more viable. I think the Fennec got the biggest buff, but it went from like hot garbage to like less hot garbage. You know, it's like that's kind of how most of these were.
I'm gonna say this: who at Activision has it out for the mini Bach? Like who? I don't understand. This gun is dog shit, and they decided to make it even more dog shit. Like I don't understand, bro. They made their minimum damage decrease, headshot multiplier increase, which is okay, and then they added a damage step for mid to far range. I don't know, bro. Somebody has it out for the mini Bach. That gun is some hot dookie. They added maximum damage range decreased, which already this gun was only good up to 8 meters. So I'm assuming now they bumped that down to 6 or 7. Yeah. And then we won't know until I get the numbers. And then close to mid damage range decreased again. On paper, at least from what I've seen, it doesn't feel like it kills that fast. But then when I'm using it in ranked,
it feels good.
It feels good, and a lot of people were using it today, like a lot. So Vel 46, which is it's the MP7, everything got buffed. Felt great. Honestly, this is a viable gun. I don't think it's meta, but it's viable. At the first day, Go ahead.
And to add to some of this stuff, it's like a lot of people get caught up 100% on the meta, but the reality of these changes is you're still going to probably still use the same meta weapons, but on floor loot, which is typically at the beginning of the match, on regaining, it kind of evens out the playing field so that like you can compete with meta weapons, even if you don't have the meta weapon, because the spacing between the bad and the good is kind of closed in.
Yeah.
So even though you're like, oh, I'm not going to actually run the Vel, it's not meta, it is a floor loot gun, right? Like, so you could go pick it up and then you can utilize it.
Yeah, so it's good. It's not bad. Bass P as well. People keep saying that this is meta. These are like the question marks. I've used them. They don't feel that great. If anything, I've used the MP5 still feels like it's insane. Fennec, tried it, not that great. So drill charge, I like this. They reduce the damage from drilling when a player is stuck with a drill charge, providing a larger opportunity for death from explosion. So I think all that did was it just changed the sticking. Like the damage when you actually get stuck, it's still gonna blow you up, but like it's less damage when you get stuck.
Yep.
Recon drone, health bar, don't really matter. Tactical camera, nobody really cares. Bomb squad, this actually became really OP, not OP, but like viable now. So bomb squad will protect against death from explosive equipment stuck directly to the player when fully armored. So as we know right now, like I think Semtexes are incredibly OP and people are constantly getting stuck. But as of right now, you get a stick and you're like, oh, they're dead. They're like, you know in your head, like they're dead. Like push. But now it's like, what's it called? It's you get stuck, and if you have bomb squad, you can survive that. Which surprisingly, people get stuck.
You still have probably like 1 HP, but still.
Yeah. And then added visual cues for attacking someone with quick fix. Entering an objective with quick fix equipped will now visually show when the health regeneration effect is active. So I guess it's like
that's mainly for multiplayer, or when you're capturing a stronghold, because there's no really other objectives too much. Maybe the contract with the Intel contract, but
yeah, I think that these are all like little. Again, chat. Again, everybody in here from YouTube, they didn't do a lot. They didn't do a lot. It's just and my Spotify people. I'm sorry, I don't mean to exclude y'all. You know. And then so yeah, further improvements to audio. Honestly, let's skip over this. They didn't do anything. Well,
that one specifically reads out the dog part. They may be false where it's not accurate, but the second line there, it says added audio. Go ahead.
Added audio indicator from pets to complement the visual cue for enemies when high alert is equipped. This sound can also be heard by enemy players within a short radius nearby. So it's just like you said, it's just whenever there's high alerted. Whenever they're high alerted and stuff. So yeah, it's not gonna be that great. It is what it is. A couple audio bugs. UI. Not what I would want. This is not Hulu.
It's so bad, bro. When you log in, I'm like, how the hell do I get to what I want to get to? It's so bad.
So they made it a little bit better. Again, I'd rather have good gameplay than a good UI. But when we don't have good. We have both bad ones. It's just kind of chalk, you know. So yeah, they added this, which is cool. But you got to go down like 3 notches and then go to the right 3, and then you can finally see it. Yeah, I don't know. Skin carousel, I don't even know what this is, bro. I checked it out. It's like,
so what happens is when you change your like skin, it'll have like your most recent skin. So like if you like switching between your skins, you'll have like them there in the carousel. If you only use one skin, it'll only show one. But if you change your skin, it'll have like your most 2 recent skins, so that in the menu you can just swap over if you want a different skin.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
See, I think they added this pretty much. They're getting a lot of things from Apex, which I think is fine. Like I know a lot of people are, oh, they copied Apex. Well, like if Apex has good shit, let them grab that shit and bring it in. Say vice versa. If we have cool things, let Apex grab it. You know, so they pretty much gave you info. Now, whenever you die, you at the top right of your screen in tiny, it tells you like how much damage you took from people and like how many people shot you. Yeah. So like it's good.
This is just a returning concept. It was actually, it may have been an earlier game, but Infinite Warfare had this in the kill cam. It would show you. It wouldn't say the damage. It would say the hit markers, which this one does both hit markers and damage. So essentially copied it over. I think it comes on screen a little too quick. I think it should be placed within the kill cam specifically. Because right now in multiplayer, if you die, you're playing shipment, it's like on your screen the entire time, because it comes up before you even see the kill cam. So I think the placement's a little odd, but they could get it into the right spot.
Yeah, these are all little things that they're trying to, you know. But yeah.
But either way, if you don't want it on your screen, don't die.
Yo, JGOD's fucking ruthless sometimes. So just they added new vehicles. They added an MWIII, which is pretty much like a tank that's fast. And it has a grenade turret in the front and then a machine turret in the back. The driver can launch smoke grenades. And I think there's only like 3 on the map, I think. Which again,
No, I think they're expensive. You got to get them from the buy station,
50K or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the dirt bike, which honestly, this is kind of cool. Obviously, I don't think this should be the highlight of the season. Like, oh, we added a dirt bike.
Exactly,
new season.
right?
But like, yeah, that's cool. Like, I see people do like cool TikToks of like doing flips and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, still, again, season 5 was a really big letdown, and I really wish they had better.
Well, it's kind of funny too, because all the top plays, I've seen like 7 with the dirt bike.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, bro, we're playing a first-person shooter. How are the top plays a dirt bike?
I saw Sage getting ragdolled, bro, with this thing.
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny. He didn't take any damage though.
Yeah,
so it's
which
kind
is
of
crazy.
interesting. Like, yeah, you can aggro, run into people, full send it. Yeah.
So I mean, okay, global bug fixes.
And plus, that's also returning content. Like we had that in Warzone 1.
True, we did right. We did have one of those.
Yeah, they added in Cold War integration, I think.
They added new maps. Punta Mar is from Las Almas. So again, chat, one of the rumored maps for next year is called Las Almas. For the BR map next year. Again, I don't know if that's actually gonna go down, but that's one of them. Let's see. Strike. This is the old Strike, right?
Yep.
Yeah, this is the old school map from Modern Warfare 2. Or Modern Warfare.
This is Modern Warfare. No, I don't know when.
Chat. Which
I
one
don't
is it?
remember. I don't remember.
Well, it's the OG
COD
Strike.
4? Is it COD 4?
COD 4.
Yeah.
So OG one, it is what it is. That's cool. A lot of us don't really play multiplayer anymore, which, you know, it sucks. I feel bad for the CDL guys that they're getting good maps after the season ends. But you know, so yeah. So Lounge, more gunfight maps. Canal, another gunfight map. New modes. Havoc. What is this? I think I read this.
This is all just LTM stuff.
Yeah, a bunch of LTM stuff, guys, that a lot of us won't really be playing. Big Capture the Flag. I know a lot of our demographic doesn't really play this. We're looking at Warzone stuff. So I'm going to kind of skip
they jump on
through this.
shipment. They do their camos, level their weapons. That's about all.
Yeah. So this is cool, I guess. They added a bunch of different stuff to ranked. And as far as rewards, so let me see if I can find them. These are really cool. Hopefully it lets me just... Oh, come on, bro. Okay, it didn't let me do it. So sadly... wait, I could just like put my birthday. It's not going to ask for like my email and all that shit, right?
No. You just put like 195 or something.
Shit. And then... All right. I don't know why it made me do that, but here's the one for what is this?
That's the multiplayer one. The Warzone specific one is almost the exact same,
Less white.
except for like the white and the gold are kind of almost swapped.
Yeah. So it's honestly, I'm not gonna complain because I told them. I remember when I went to Raven Software and we looked at the rewards, and I told them, I said, "Hey, look, like I don't even care how bad it is." I literally said that, so I'm not gonna complain. I literally said,
and I don't even think it looks bad. I mean, we're in the firing range. Firing range is notoriously trash.
Yeah, I personally don't like
camos.
it, but
We'll see it in the sun.
Yeah, true. But like I literally told them, I said, look, we just need some type of reward going for next season because this season 4 rewards are horrible. Like we need something for getting top 250. So this one is cool. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go down. So this it's and then they added a bunch of stuff for Warzone, or not a bunch of stuff, but Fort Resurgence, we haven't seen that yet. We'll find out in season.
Mid-season, yeah.
Armor Royale, same thing. We'll find out mid-season. Let's see. Champions Quest. Okay, so they pretty much changed a lot of the nuke stuff. And they changed like the actual what each of the elements do, which we talked about in the last podcast. And then they added Vondo BR rewards, which we talked about in the last podcast again.
But here's the other part that you have on screen. That stuff's crazy.
I don't listen. I don't understand why this is a thing. But they pretty much, I get it. They thought that by adding all these ways to redeploy all this stuff, that they should bring down the server count to 100 for stability. I'm pretty sure that's why they did it. There's no other reason why they would do it. But honestly, man, I don't know. Again,
but I feel like the servers have been way better, at least from the
even
from
ranked.
Because once they removed AI, I think that dramatically impacted it.
Yeah, for sure.
Here's the part that doesn't make sense. They shaved off about 3 minutes off the game, and the games last about 25 minutes. So it's about 10 or 12% that they cut off from the game, which is fine. But in terms of players, they cut off 33% because it goes from 150 down to 100.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, I think it should have been comparable. If you're going to shave off 15, 20%, maybe even 125 would still be like fine. So I don't know. It's a little surprising to me. I'm not sure what the player feedback has been. Obviously, streamers, they want to get a shit ton of kills. They're not even playing that. They're playing ranked, which still has 150. But in general, I feel like if you're a kill chaser, which is generally COD, like, thought process, I would imagine people aren't going to like it as much. But I would like, as lower skilled players, you have a better chance to win because it's, 30 teams versus 50 teams or whatever it is.
Oh, look, they just announced that tax sprint got fixed right now.
Okay, so that's good.
Tax sprint was bugged at the moment, and now it's fixed, which is a W. Thank God they looked at that. Again, if Activision, if you're watching this, I think you definitely bring this back up to 130. Even leave it at 150 unless like you feel like the servers really can't handle it. But if servers are handling ranked just fine, in my opinion, I haven't really had a lot of issues. Maybe every once in a while I have like, packet burst. But I definitely think reducing to 100, I don't think that's a play. I think don't make your game suck or less fun because of your servers, in my opinion. The servers, I think, can handle 150. Even 125 will be fine, like you said. So we'll see.
Well, they clearly can. Ranked is doing 150.
Yeah, ranked is 150 and it feels good.
Yeah.
Ranked is 150 and it feels great. The favorite supply box. This is in Al-Mazrah Battle Royale and everything, pretty much all the maps. Except
they basically
for
brought it over from Vondel.
Yeah. Reinforcement flare upgrade. I don't know. Maybe I read it wrong, but I thought this was not going to be in ranked. I felt
like it wasn't going to be in ranked either, but it's definitely in there.
Yeah, and that's OP as fuck. In my opinion, if you had to choose between these two to put in ranked, I think you put on the favorite supply drop box instead of the field upgrade. This shit's OP.
I think the favorite supply box is kind of broken too, because if you land and then you chow a team that's in your skill bracket, if you have reg guns and they have floor guns, like there's a difference. But either way, they're both like, I don't think they necessarily belong in ranked.
Yeah, both of them. I'm down for them to not have in, but I think the reinforcement flare is and especially because there's a lot on the map, they're kind of crazy, So yeah, portable redeploy drone. Honestly, if you're using that, you're probably gonna get smoked, unless in ranked at least. Unless it gets like beginning game and you're just trying to get high ground and nobody's by you. But when you use this, you are literally a free kill on the map.
Vondel is really good because of the close proximity to buildings. People don't really have a good line of sight to you, and it allows you to get to the roof really quick. So I think in Vondel, it's like a very powerful streak, especially once you go for the Vondel nuke. You'll probably utilize it too, because the last person can't use a vehicle because of DDoSes. And that works with the DDoS effect. So you can actually get from point A to point B much quicker without the use of a vehicle. But that's just a side tip for that.
Yeah, I think honestly, in my opinion, they just should go back to, it should be like an actual zip and a portable zip, like how they were in Caldera. I don't think anybody didn't like those. I think they were great. But I will say this, going into the next game, I really hope they change the audio for people flying in, because people can fly on you and you don't hear nothing. So yeah. Signal intelligent contract. I haven't even heard of this because I play ranked. Occupation scan. I guess that's cool. High stakes. Haven't even tried it because I play ranked. And then the tab vehicle, I haven't tried it because I play ranked. So yeah. A lot of these things are like MWIII is the one that we talked about earlier, right?
Yep. Yeah, they redo it in there. So if somebody just skips to the section, it's covered.
50K. And it's OP. Again, it's not in ranked. So
what's crazy is that could be super useful in like if you are going for a nuke, probably in Battle Royale.
Yeah, this will probably, but again, one of the things is the
DDoS.
Yeah.
But it has smoke, so you provide cover, maybe distraction, a flank. I don't know. There's utility with it, I'm sure.
And then look, the buy station, they added the flares, the PRD, self-revives, and durable masks. They also decreased I think it's probably gonna come up right now.
Cost of buybacks.
Yeah, buybacks went from 4K to 3K. Yeah, we saw that, KP. We talked about it right now. And then this is the new reward for getting the nuke on Vondel BR, which I think is cool. Again, I'm gonna keep pushing, and hopefully they do it for camos instead of blueprints. Please. I know it's a lot more work, but if you want people to actually enjoy the stuff that they're going for, get camos. I promise you, like, the community would love it.
Also, just kind of perspective, like, I don't think anyone almost anyone uses an underbarrel on the Lockman sub.
True.
What are we doing here? Just make a meta builds, bro.
Make meta builds. Remember when they made they released the Krieg with the dragon, and that was
it was identical.
It was meta.
I think maybe one attachment was different, but in general, it was like perfect.
Yeah, and it is what it is. So all maps in game mode, same thing. Bomb squad, same thing again. The buybacks here. PR deep, they changed it to make it faster, but again, it's still ass. I would do just regular. Circle timing, they pretty much, and this is regular BR, this is not ranked. This is the delay time before the first movement of the gas is now 90 seconds, down from 220. So that is a huge difference.
Yeah, the net difference is about 3 minutes for both of these. The closing and starting to close is about 3 minutes shaved off the clock, which is good. Like I am a fan of it. The game's finishing in 20 minutes if they could.
Yeah, that would be cool. Then the close time of how long the gas takes to collapse is now from 215 down from 270. So it's a big difference. The games are gonna go a lot faster, but again, they are kind of a snooze fest because there's not that many people. Decrease the size of the initial circle. Loot, increase the spawn rate of gulag tokens, redeploy packs, and reinforcement flares. Again, chat, this is because they only have 100 people. Circle plates for Vondos changing. Reinforcement flare improvements. Okay, this is a couple. I think this is what the glitch happened, JGOD. This might be the glitch where something of this glitched out and we weren't able to get that thing.
No, I think there's the active cheat where that happens.
Oh, never mind.
I saw multiplayer.
Yeah. So this is cool. They added pretty much a win streak if you for like Vondo BR, any BR. If you're going for the Champions Quest, it'll tell you how many wins you're at the top right now, which I think is a great addition.
I think it should keep counting though. Because I think right now it just goes up until you get the 5 streak and then it stops counting. And no, it just stays there saying that you have the contract active, like you can get one. But it would be cool if like, just so that it went higher to 6 to 7 to 8 to 9 to 10. Why cap it at 5? Like, but
I agree that I think that's cool.
I mean,
just
that's
in general,
subtle too. Counter. That's subtle, but it is a good win streak counter is cool.
So then the ammunition, that's cool. If you have extra ammo in your backpack, you'll see at the bottom right of your ammo. I think this is a good change. Total squad cash, thank God. I don't know why this wasn't in the game to begin with because it was in the game in Caldera, and this is one of those things that did not transfer. So let's go down to Warzone ring play because I know a lot of us do play this, watching this. So they pretty much added the tab. I haven't even seen it, to be honest. They added the dirt bike, the signal intelligence. What is this? I haven't even seen this yet. Is this like a recon, but like a crazier recon?
I don't know. I haven't seen anyone do that.
Chat, if anybody knows, let me know because I actually don't even know what that is.
I haven't seen anyone use it. I don't know if they removed it because it was bugged. Because I think they said, oh, we've removed it because it was bugged. So we never even really got a chance to see it.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm pretty sure they removed it. Remember they tweeted about it saying like basically, oh, we noticed a bug and then they removed it.
Look, so the reinforcement flare is supposed to be in here. Wow. I definitely don't think it should. Disabled stuff.
Because if you stack those, that's crazy.
Bro, people are constantly getting bought up. I say it when we're talking about the most like competitive environment. For ranked, it's cool. It makes it more fun. You can revive more. But I think like this is free buys when you're playing an actual tournament. Today, remember guys, normally in customs, they play on a patch behind. So today you didn't see any flares today in the tournament. They disabled the MRAP, the occupation scan, which is good. High stakes, which is good.
Maybe that's also why the Cronin was still good if they're playing on a patch behind.
Maybe. That's true. I didn't even think about that. The favorite supply drop, honestly, I wouldn't mind if this wasn't ranked. At least between reinforcement flare and the favorite supply drop, this is way more OP.
Yeah, it's there. Yeah.
It's way more OP. But restricted weapons, extra team, same thing. The same things that we all know. And then honestly, okay, I think we have to be very careful how we go about doing this because I get really nervous when they start to make ranked for casual, like the casual community. We saw Apex do this and it ruined their rank system. And this is not completely doing it, but this is kind of giving an incentive to everybody else can climb faster. So
I don't like
it.
I think they're just moving the clamping so that more people make it to platinum. That's it.
So
diamond, not even diamond, just platinum. From gold, they just move it slightly because I think right now there was a like less people in Crimson than there were in Iridescent.
See, I'm just scared, JGOD, that this is like the start, and then they're gonna end up like Apex, where they all like there's like killing is not. It's just anybody can get to fucking the top rank because it's just time played.
I still think this is still punishing for a lot of players to hit the SR because, like, it's difficult. I think it's still difficult. I think the good players moved up and they're making it look like it's way crazier. But I do agree, it is a line where they can get to a point where it is dumb.
I'm scared.
Where Apex they have like 50,000 people that are iridescent basically.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? That's like how? But yeah,
it is what it is. I think this it's okay. They just added a significant amount of points. So if you tally it up, I'm not gonna lie, that's like 5, 10, 15. Then 20, oh God, 30.
But they don't stack that way.
What do you mean?
It's already assumed that that's going that way because it went from 10 to 20 to 30 to 40. It was already doing that. So now it's still just going that. So instead of getting 30, you get extra 15 points for top 20.
Yeah. So like, I guess what I'm saying is, what is it? What's the difference in if you win between last update to this update?
It was 100 to 150, a 50-point difference.
So it's a 50-point difference. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But second, you get an extra 45 points. Third, you get an extra 40 points. Fifth, it's 30 points. 10th, it's 20 points, and it goes down.
Yeah, so I guess
they just reward you more for winning.
Yeah, true.
Which is a battle royale in the end of the day. So
yeah. So I guess you're right. I hope they don't. I'm really scared for them to kind of shift that slider more towards the casual. Because again, if they want their game to succeed, definitely separate everything. If you want a casual game mode, do regular, have it fun, and then ranked, make it as competitive as possible.
Because I think one of the big problems with the current system for the gold players before is that like they just couldn't slay out enough people in the lobby, even if they can get a top 5 placement to move to platinum.
Yeah.
Because there's people but they're good at battle royale. They're literally fucking winning.
Yeah.
But they couldn't get to the next tier, you know?
Because
I don't know.
They have a hard time killing, I guess, right?
Yeah, they need, because you need like eight kills to move.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if they're only getting 6, they're not moving. But if they could get the win, they might as well be rewarded. So I think what's going to happen is that graph, the peak of it is going to be like right in the middle of gold and platinum, because that's the objective I think they're trying to accomplish. If there's too many people now in diamond, they're going to crank that shit back.
So you don't think this is going to be too big of a deal? Like, it's
not
too big of a difference.
See the numbers when they tweet it out. I don't think it's going to be a huge difference. No, I think it's just going to get some people, and it'll actually make the lobbies like more consistent. Because right now, since so many people get stuck at gold, they're like, "Why am I in so and so's lobby? They're in the top 250." It's because nobody's in diamond, platinum.
Yeah, yeah. It's going to be hard for them.
Actually split the lobbies a little bit better, I think, too.
So many people be pissed off that they're in our lobbies and shit. I'm like, bro, I don't fucking control that shit. Anyways, we'll continue. So end of the season skill back, it's the same thing. You go back technically 3 tiers. So if you were Crimson, let me see. So if you were a gold 3, you go down to silver 3. So pretty much one whole rank, if you want to call it. And then if you're Crimson 2, you get set, you would start at, if you were, so you get set back 3, but if you're Crimson 2, Diamond 1, right? And then challenge rewards. This is where, again, I think all this is like, I don't think there should be rewards for this kind of stuff. I mean, I guess it's cool. The more rewards, the better. But
the camos are usually the good thing. But other than that,
this is cool.
Right there.
The 1,000 kills camo, I think that's sick. Let's see. So let's say, for example, last year or last season, Rated should have gotten his own skin, or Rated should have gotten his own camo. Like they were number 1 in the world. Like, come on, they should 1,000% be rewarded for that. So I'm gonna keep going down. The way this works, and I actually don't mind it, is so this is remember guys, earlier we talked about the multiplayer camo. This is the Warzone camo. So it's kind of the same, but it's just more gold instead of white.
Swapped, yeah. And then with this system, it's whatever tier you're in. So I don't know why they're so weird and stingy on this, but if you get diamond, you should get silver, gold, diamond, or platinum diamond.
They don't have that picture.
Basically, for each of the tiers, you're going to get separate camo. Very similar to the way they did the outfits in multiplayer, where they had an iridescent skin, they had a crimson skin, and then they went all the way down to gold. They have the same thing, but they're weapon camos. The unfortunate part is, if you like the gold one, But you're a Crimson player. Guess what? You're gonna rock the Crimson one, and you're not gonna get gold, plat, diamond,
Wait,
Crimson.
so are these active or no? Like reactive or?
I don't know if they're reactive. We haven't seen any, and they're not gonna be rewarded till the end of the season. I would assume they're reactive, but they don't say they are. And I think the iridescent one.
Dude, that one's crazy. The iridescent one. I'm not kidding. I might get out of the top 250 just to get the iridescent one if it's reactive because it looks insane.
I don't think it's reactive because if you look at the line for the 250, it says animated weapon camo. The other ones do not. So I would assume they're not.
Damn. Yeah, so I've seen it and I don't know if we have a picture of it, but like honestly, the iridescent one looks sick. Like it's rainbow and it looks super cool.
It's like almost like dark matter, but like rainbowy, right?
Yeah, it's sick. But like I personally don't think this one's that cool. Or is that? Oh shit. Oops. I don't think this one's that cool, but like
I think the exclusivity is about as cool as it is.
Yeah, like only 250 people in the world will ever get this camo, which is cool. But one thing I heard too, which sucks, man, and is that next season we're probably not gonna get camos, ranked camos. So the way it's worded here is they're going to change the rewards every season. So next season, season 6, we're not gonna get camos for getting top 250. We'll probably get a charm or because, and I'm assuming it's because camos and skins cost, or not I'm assuming, I know for a fact, camos and skins cost a lot of money. So I'm assuming they don't want to, spend a lot of money making a camo just for 250 people. When
what are you talking about? They're going to add the ranked battle pass, bro. $30.
bro. So that's why they don't do it. And I mean, I get it if we're talking, I view things now from a business standpoint as far as the way they view things. So I just see the way they do it and they're thinking about it. Why would we waste money making a camo or an operator for only 250 people in the world when we can release the same one to everybody in the world? And you know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is why I don't think we'll get that next, or not. No, we're not going to get another camo next season. So it is what it is, I guess.
We're going to be going to the next COD pretty soon anyway, so we'll see what happens, how the integration's supposed to work. I'm sure they're going to give us details.
Yeah. Which we will find out mid-season of that mid-season
event. We'll release
the new Modern Warfare 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
So within guys, from the time that you see this video, within 2 to 3 weeks from now, you guys will probably we will know what the game's going to be called.
I believe is the 17th is like full confirmation event in game. So that's leaked off of Twitter though. So
yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see. And then bug fixes, a lot of stuff is just random stuff that they added. And then DMZ, again, I don't know if you want to cover it, JGOD, if there's like a quick summary
they
that you can
added basically 2 sets of contracts, a total of like 15 or 16 contracts. It's cool content, but if people already burned through it, they're gonna get burnt out pretty quickly. If you still haven't finished your contract stuff, they did add a brand new disguise. They added the little like underwater breather with the gas mask.
Yeah.
I mean, there's content that they're testing out for when we get to the new game, but we'll see how it goes.
Probably. I think DMZ is kind of like a testing ground. Again, we all know this and everybody knows this, that like DMZ is Infinity Ward's baby. So
it's good. It's good if you enjoy it for what it is. It's an extraction shooter that plays very well, super casual. I think there's tons of stuff wrong with it, but there's also tons of stuff that it does really well. And it's just a matter of it is what it is.
Yeah. So those are kind of the that's all the update for season 5. Again, nothing's really changed. I'll be honest. I don't expect anything for the next, we're in August. So August, September, October for the next 3 months.
Well, the season's super short, so we might get something even mid-season with the event, because they want to hype people up for sure. They're going to get you thinking like good things about the game. Hopefully there'll be a beta announcement so people can get their hands on it. Maybe we get a teaser, something, hopefully soon.
So going into that, I think like this is why I told everybody, and I said it in chat, I've been saying it in general, I do not think that they add movement this year. Or if there is a season 6, they don't add movement. They don't add any of that. Why? Because the rumors are that all that's coming back next in like 3 months with Modern Warfare 3 releasing.
Yep.
So it makes no sense for them to add back slide canceling right now if that's going to come back in like 3 months from now. That's the rumor. Again, I don't know for a fact. I'm not sitting here and saying for sure, but that is the rumor, right? Yeah, I mean, so we'll see what happens, guys. We'll find out in 2 weeks. Real quick, let's skim over the tournament aspect of things. We kind of went over the season 5.
Yep.
Yeah, let's go over real fast over the last 3 days of tournaments that we've had. First and foremost, we'll go over the tournament that happened first, which was on Tuesday, and that was the Vondel tournament.
Yeah, week 2 Vondel. Yeah.
Week 2 Vondel. So the boys went back to back. That is Diaz, Shifty, and Sage. They went back to back on the Vondel tournament. And they did what they need to do. They fried out again. I've always said this, and I've said it before. JGOD, I kind of want your opinion. I've always said that these guys never struggle to get kills. What they struggle with is making it to end game, which we'll talk about right now. But JGOD, talk to me what you think about.
I think it's good. I think the format, I wish it was Battle Royale. I don't find Resurgence really all that interesting for like from a gameplay perspective. Cool. Like you get a lot of these engagements, but the reality is most of these competitors aren't making content with that in terms of like, here's a clip of me running against Aiden 3 times and he came out 2 wins and I got 1. Like they could cross from, I think this is a great opportunity, but it's not being used in that way because I don't think anyone wants to talk quote unquote shit about their competitors, which they wouldn't be. That's just how the chat would take it.
Yeah.
So I think there's an opportunity missed there on content from the competitors. But based off the game, I think there's a lot more stakes with Battle Royale, whereas the last person alive, I think those things are just more entertaining to watch because like it's unforgiving versus this is like, oh cool, we died. All right, for the first 12 minutes, nothing happens. All right, cool, let's play now. You know, it's kind of very odd. I mean, they slayed out. It's entertaining for what it is, but I think if it was a Battle Royale setting, I would be way more like locked in and focused on it.
I think that's the biggest thing, and we've talked about it, right? Is like tournaments, in my opinion, they can do these, right? But based off the feedback that I've gotten, based off the analytics that I've seen, like people do like the BR map better for viewership wise and all that stuff. But from a casual perspective, people like to play Resurgence more, which I completely understand. But from a tournament perspective, there's a lot more storylines. There's longer games. Like it's harder to regain. There's a lot more storylines that go into it. So these are still cool to watch. That like again, Ahsoka said today, he called them the little shitty tournaments, which were these, right? But yeah, they're still fun to watch. I think the boys fried the fuck out. Again, this team does not have a problem with slaying the fuck out. Their problem is making it to endgame. So they won that. They did a great job. Now let's move over to the next tournament that happened today, and it was a 2-day tournament, and this is called the Ranked Race. So let's do this. The Ranked Race, and so pretty much it was first 21K, second 15, third 12, etc., etc., etc. And this was a trio custom 2-day event, and the way that worked, JGOD, can you kind of explain the format, the way it worked?
Yeah, so basically there was 2 days. They had to like overhaul and scrap the entire format from the original. It was only supposed to be 8 teams, and there was some awkward format, but people were like, that doesn't make sense. So they basically made it 6 matches, Battle Royale, first day, and then how you placed, you got some bonus points going into day 2. So if you maintain that consistency and you likely placed well in the first day, and you had the same performance on the second day, you'd likely win because you had a little bit of a head start. So once you had those points going into day 2, it was the first team to hit 150 points. No matter at which point it hit in the match, whether it was in the gulag, within the first zone, whether it was for the last kill in the win, 150 points, whoever that was the winner. And then the rest was just placed based off their points.
Yeah, so I mean, here, pretty much everybody, all the teams that got, the team that got first, which is FIFA's team, they started today off with 15-point lead, or 15 points, and then second through fifth, 12, 6 through 10, 10th, et cetera, as we go along. I do think this format was fun. It was different. Different is good. But I definitely think FIFA's team should have gotten a little bit more of an advantage, in my opinion, for this. And then same thing, like if you get 5th place, I don't think you should get the same amount of points as 2nd place. We have to reward the teams that did good, especially because the 2nd place to 3rd was a complete drop off. So yeah, that's kind of that one. And
then, I think there's a lot of learnings to take from it. I think even in the finals that we saw today, it was a little anticlimactic, like to a certain extent, because they won like 1 minute into the match or something like that. So I was like, oh, the rest of the match is kind of chalk. Let's root for second type thing. And so I hope they do some adjustments. I'm sure they're paying attention to what the feedback is, what the chat says, the real comments, not the trolls. But Yeah, I'm interested to see how it develops and evolves with it. Hisoka's team won though, so
Yeah, I can't like zoom this out. Oh, I can. Okay, it's not letting me. Never mind. Damn it. Okay, so pretty much,
you'd have to right click and then open a new tab.
Tab. Oh wait, no. Oh shit. Okay. Oh, perfect. Right there. All right. So FIFA's team. I didn't even know that. Thank you, Papa. So FIFA got 204. They absolutely fried out yesterday. They literally, I don't know what they were drinking or I don't know, but they went absolutely insane yesterday. Popped off and won by 60 points. I don't think people realize how crazy that is. That was yesterday, right? Again, which sucks. Like them winning by 60 points today, they only had a 3-point lead over Tommy's team.
I think also like the 60 points, why they got it so free feels like yesterday is because of the point discrepancy between the first and second through fifth. And then that people didn't really value this day. So they were like just going through the motions. Yeah. So someone like Hisoka was like, all right, cool. Let's just get in the top 5. No big deal. And I'm not saying this is his mindset, but I'm saying if it was me, I'd probably be like that. Like, oh, whatever. We'll go hard tomorrow. Don't trip. It's only 3 points difference, whatever. And that's essentially what it was. And they won when it mattered, you know?
They won when it mattered. That's the biggest thing. Yeah. So like, look, so those are the teams that started off with points today. And then today, let me see. I hope they have the leaderboard up. Today they played the tournament and low key, that was really entertaining. But I will say this, I definitely think they changed it up. They did post it here. Let me put this here. Hopefully everything shows. And it does. Let me do this. You say open image in a new tab. Boom. And then we'll have the, that's perfect. So guys, so let's talk about this, man. I love the rivalry that these guys have. Obviously, it's known that like there's a rivalry between Soka and Diaz's team, right? That's not.
Well, at least the individuals. I feel like Skullface probably gets into it more. I don't think D. I don't think nah. I think it's more of a shifty Hisoka thing.
Yeah, maybe it's just them two. But we know that, like, I mean, every time Soka wins or Soka kills them, like he'll say like shitters, all this shit, or today he was like, oh, we win the ones that matter. We don't win those shitty little tournaments. So I love it. I love the trash talk. I'm all for it. Keep it the fuck up. In my opinion, I don't give a fuck. Right? That's fucking great. The rivalry between these two, again. Soka's team has always been the last, like, what, 2 months of tournaments. They've always been within the top 5. Like, they've been very consistent.
Longer than that. Longer than that.
They've been consistently within the top 5, and they are a team that potentially can win the World Series Warzone. This is one of the teams that we gave S tier.
And they weren't even playing with their normal roster.
Yeah, true. That's so Rias right here. He's an insane demon, but he did not qualify, sadly, for the World Series of Warzone. Their third, MWIII, he's having some internet issues for the last week or two, so they had to get Rias in. And bro, like Rias, Soka, in my opinion, is one of, if not besides Tommy, is one of the best IGLs in the game. This guy, the way he maneuvers his teammates, the way he pushes them and tells them what to do, what not to do, fucking incredible at the game. And so having somebody like Rias, who's young, just turned 18, and kind of tells him like, no, Rias, don't fucking do that. Yes, do this. Like, we saw today, they fried the fuck out. They went fucking crazy, you know? So they've been playing really good. And again, I don't think anything changes when MWIII comes back. I think they're going to stay out as well. If anything, I think Rias was the quote unquote bottom fragger, and I say that in the most respectful way. Rias is a fucking demon. Like, as just in that team, I think.
Yeah, it just happens.
I actually don't know, because I might have been Skullface, because Skull was, I think, second, and then I think over the last 2-3 games he dropped down to Rias got a little bit more. It don't matter. Yeah. Kills don't mean everything, as we saw today. I don't have the leaderboard, but Shifty was the number 1 fragger today. Shifty was the number 1 fragger today, and with 39 kills, I believe, or 49 kills, sorry. And then second was, I think, Rated with 39. So
yeah, Rated had an insane numbers.
So bro, Shifty came out to fucking play today. Like, this man got 49 kills. Diaz, I think 37, and then Rated 39. So arguably,
also to be fair, the final numbers, they would have had more kills if they actually played that match out. Since it basically was over for them after the 1 minute mark,
Yeah.
They were just like, GG's.
Yeah, for sure. So for sure, like I know a lot of people are like, oh, they like Diaz's team got 30 more points. So for those y'all like at home, let me real quick explain the way it worked, right? First team to get to 150 points today won the tournament. So if you get 150 points, you automatically win. It doesn't matter how many games it took. First team to do that wins, right? This is where it got a little weird because going into the final game, Soka's team only needed 4 points to win, which is 4 kills, right? They get 4 kills, they win. And they won literally
I think
with
Aiden needed 10. Diaz's team needed
Diaz's team needed 10.
Diaz 10, and then I think Aiden's team needed like 15 or something.
Yeah.
It was close.
So I think the only thing to this format, I think the way it should have been, and it has, I really don't care. Like obviously I care, but like it has nothing to do with Diaz and them losing. It's more
the entertainment value.
Yeah, I definitely think instead of it being 150, they do 120 points. And then match point system. So yes, first one to get to 120 points, but then after that, you have to win a game. You must win a game, and then you win the whole tournament. That way, it leaves people can come back. And we've seen it in Apex from a spectator's POV. It is the most fun. It is the most like people love that, and
it's insane.
Yeah, I think today was really anticlimactic. It sucks, and I feel like that took away kind of from Soka's and them's victory because they won right off rip in the first game, but then. Nobody really got to see them celebrate and turn up. Why? Because the tournament was still going to see who
they
got
were already
second.
gone by the time the tourney ended.
Yeah.
But I have no doubt that they would have been in the top 5 there.
Oh, for sure.
Like, you know what I mean? So if they do win, then it ends up being the result that we expected. Like, you know what I mean? Like they end up winning and then they get all the, the champagne and whatever.
Yeah.
But so I'm a fan more of that format. Hopefully someone tries it. The reality is basically the tournament organizers will take that feedback and they'll make it work and it'll be entertaining and there'll still be people that we expect to win.
Yeah. It's not going to change a lot of things. Like these guys are going to win tournaments. That's just the way it's going to be. Like it's not like just changing the format is not going to change who wins completely, right? But I mean, they fried the fuck out again. I love this shit. It's going back to Diaz's team. These two were neck and neck all day. And again, I'm very proud of them because Diaz's team has struggled significantly with getting to endgame. And today they got to endgame, I think 5 or 4 out of the 6 games.
4 out of the 5 times. I think they had one game that was chalked where they got like 20 something. Yeah. I'm not sure though, out of my memory.
But
the days blend together.
Yeah,
the days blend together, chat. We've been watching a lot of competitive COD.
A lot of COD lately, a lot of COD, man. So they fried out, man. And again, they like this team is a team that's more than likely, or not more likely, is a favorite to win.
War's team came back huge, bro, because he was like, they were like 7th or 8th, I think, and then they came up to 3rd. Yeah. So a lot of things can happen with the way the format is, but it would have been cool to see like, ooh, there's 4 teams that can win this game. So we'll see. I'm hoping for format changes, but overall, it was fun to watch.
Overall, great tournament. Great, like congratulations, Soka and them. They fried the fuck out. Again, there will be a lot more tournaments coming very soon. And
I saw the list and I was like, bro, what are we doing here?
Yeah, you
like
saw that
literally
shit,
every
right?
other day.
Yeah. So we have a lot of tournaments coming very soon, and hopefully we see a lot of these guys pop off again with I want to see how Soka, Skullface, and MWIII do as a trio. Nothing's going to change. They're still going to be dominant. And then obviously Diaz, Sage, and Diaz, Sage, and Shifty, obviously with them coming back and them focusing on their IGL, especially Shifty, man. That man has made leaps to IGL. I don't have any critiques for the boys. I mean, there's a couple little ones, but the boys have been doing really good. And so I'm excited for you guys to see so many tournaments, and it's going to be great, man. Aiden's team, again, 4th place, always going to be in the top 5. Fucking incredible team. One team I think that did surprise me was TBE today. I said this earlier, and I'll say
consistent,
yeah, I'll say it again, man. I think it's just COD, bro. Like one day, for example, like last 2 months, right? TBE was top 3 in everything, like top 3 in literally everything. And then like today they had a bad day and they're in 10th. Like for example, then vice versa, Diaz and their team for the last 2 months was top 10. Like 15th in everything. They were not doing so hot. And then today, the last week, they've been undeniable. So it's just COD, and I guess that's just the way it is, man.
Yeah, you get into a rhythm, metas change, things differ. I'm like really interested because there's some teams that were really good with like the signal during quals, and we might get different experience when LAN happens, or maybe the rules change, or maybe we get new this or that. There's a lot of variables.
We don't know what's gonna be. Meta when the tournament comes out. Who knows, guys? For all we know, we might get another DMR meta for the World Series of Warzone. I don't know. We'll see, man. So yeah, guys. So I think that kind of summarizes the week, and I think that kind of summarizes the podcast. Today's been a crazy week of watch parties, of literally tournaments.
It's already Friday, isn't that crazy?
I'm mind blown. It got so quick this week, man. But again, next week, nothing really. It sucks because like this week or last week when we did the podcast, I was like, oh, next week, new season, and then pretty underwhelming. Then
yeah,
next
I think
week,
they might fix stuff, but it's not gonna be like notable.
yeah, nothing really to look forward to, in my opinion, for the next week or two. Oh, 2 weeks from now, definitely the reveal of Modern Warfare 3. We'll definitely have the podcast, but next week, we'll see kind of what happens. Not a lot of tournaments next week. I think it's only one next week, and then the week after that, it's fucking insane. So yeah, man. JGOD, I think that kind of concludes today's podcast. For all of y'all in here, thank y'all for listening / watching. Anything that I forgot, JGOD?
I think we're good. I think we're in a good spot with the game. It's just kind of a little bit lackluster from expectations. We're moving the needle. I think most people are kind of on the fence. They've either decided, hey, I'm going to check out and play other games, and I'm still going to hang around and watch COD, which is cool. We appreciate you. And then, wait till the new COD comes out, and other people are no-lifing the COD still. So it is what it is. It's either way. So we appreciate you. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you guys for watching, man. We'll catch you guys on the next Pullze Check, baby. Peace, peace, peace.